Hello, everyone. Welcome to Campus Conversations, a podcast that's all about MDC Padron Campus. My name is Oscar Loinaz, and I'm your host for this series. And today we're joined by another of our students, Eduardo Hernandez, who is here to talk about a little bit of everything, right? But the main thing that we want to focus on today is the Chime Workforce Scholarship, which he happened to be a recipient of. So, Eduardo, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Hi, pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So tell us a little bit about you. How did you end up in Miami-Dade, and what are you majoring in?
How I ended up in Miami-Dade? Well, I didn't get to start college right after high school, right after I graduated, because just didn't have the opportunities and the financial backing. So I just started working and pretty much anything that I could, and mostly in restaurant jobs, which was very educational in its own way.
Yes, I'm sure.
Also, yeah, because you get to meet a lot of colorful characters, and actually being in the kitchen is pretty exciting, even though it can be very fast paced and stressful. But you get to see all sorts of food, like different culinary styles, like Italian food, Mediterranean food, stuff like that. So that was pretty interesting, and also, like I said, the people you get to meet and interact with, which also inspired me, kind of all those years, because I did that for about 10 years, give or take. And that also led me to clarify my vision about what I wanted to do in college, because I always knew I wanted to do college, just didn't know what I wanted to focus on and major in. So that helped me understand more about myself, in the sense that it helped me to understand, that I wanted to go into translation and interpretation, because I ended up being an interpreter in most cases, like between the managers and the other employees. And also, I saw in certain experiences, like interactions, how people tend to be closed off when they think you don't know their native language, especially, well, in my experience, Spanish speakers. Like, because when people see me, they assume, I guess, I'm an American and I only speak English, and so they're kind of closed off and withdrawn. And since the English is usually their second language, they're not very fluent, so they don't know how to express themselves that effectively. So they're kind of closed off. But then when I start speaking to them in Spanish, it's like their entire demeanor changes and they open up. And they start expressing themselves more freely, more comfortably. So from those experiences, I realized, yeah, this is something I could do. And also, since I was always interested in language, like how it can be used to communicate, to express one's ideas and thoughts, and interact with people, and also literature, which also fascinated me. So, but I wasn't. I always knew that I wanted to do something with literature, with or English, but just didn't know how to apply it. So I thought, what could be the most practical application of language, with like in a daily use, that I could apply it to a career. And I realized, yeah, translation and interpretation.
How
Well,
did you find out that that was a career, that was a thing?
that was a thing. I found out through an ex girlfriend that I dated. Her mother was working in a translation agency. Like, you hear every now and then, like in conferences, like UN conferences and stuff like that, or like presidential speeches, or like on an UBC, you hear the interpreter and simultaneously interpreting what the speaker is saying. It was like, that seems simple enough at first glance, but then I realized, if you actually try it, it's very complicated, because you have to kind of split your mind in two, and think of two things at the same time, in English and Spanish, and organize the syntax and all that stuff. So I realized, yeah, I could. At first glance, it's easy, but then I realized, then I started doing some research. Oh yeah, you can become a translator and interpreter if you're already bilingual, which is a first step. But it's not just that; it's much more than that. And I realized, okay, so it seems simple enough, but then I started seeing, but it would be better to get some training, some indication, to do it at a professional level, and be more be more confident as an interpreter and translator. So then So then I looked up Miami-Dade College, the local school, which is very close by. I live very close by, so this campus is super convenient for me because I can just ride the bike here or take an Uber or a bus.
And it's great because this is actually the only campus at Miami-Dade College that offers the translation and interpretation program, correct?
Yes, so that was very lucky for me that I live close by here.
And how long is the program? About 2 years, right?
About 2 years, give or take, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. This isn't a very long podcast, so I don't want to forget about the Chime Scholarship, but because we could talk about this translation interpretation program for a bit. What is a Chime Workforce Scholarship, and how did you find out about it?
The Chime Workforce Scholarship is a scholarship that supports students that are currently in college and or not, not even. It also includes technical schools, stuff like that, and their purpose is to support students who are already in the workforce or already have a clear goal. They know what field they want to work in. So they're pretty much their goal is to support those sort of students and give them a boost, like for the tuition costs, book costs, stuff like that. And the way I found out about it was through PTK, the Honor Society, which I'm a member of.
Phi Theta Kappa.
Yeah, Phi Theta Kappa. So I filled out, because they have a PTK Edge, like this application online where they tell you, oh, fill out your information a little by yourself. And they themselves, the application itself tells you, oh, you may qualify for this scholarship, this one and the other one. And you get it, maybe you don't, but it doesn't hurt to try. So I filled it out, and the China Scholars Foundation one said, "Oh, tell us about yourself. What specific challenge have you faced, or has your community faced?" Like a little essay about 250 words, which was pretty easy to fill because it's pretty much my own experience.
And it's not long at all.
Yeah, it's just 250 words, so that was pretty easy. And then, I filled it out, see what happens. Then a few weeks later, I get some emails telling me that I've been chosen. I was like, wow, all right, okay. So that was very encouraging. And also, I would like to encourage other people other students to apply for it. The deadline for first-time applicants is March 31st.
Okay.
So,
and this happens every year. So if you miss this year, you could always do it the next. Right?
Yeah, and if you already had it, there's also a deadline for a renewal there, which they will also tell me. And the foundation has been very supportive.
The Chime Foundation?
Yeah. One day they even sent me a little package, which I wasn't expecting, with a little tote bag, with a little notebook and a little bit of information and like a little stress ball. And also, they also send newsletters, like all the information. Oh, this is how you can get forward in the working world. And recently, about a week ago, they had a Zoom presentation about how to upgrade one's LinkedIn profile and how to interact and connect with people, make connections with people in the fields you want to get into.
So there's a lot more benefits than just the monetary part. There's also a lot of professional development that goes along with receiving a scholarship. Well, congratulations. That's amazing. And I know that you're wrapping up your translation and interpretation coursework, and we'll be graduating soon. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing what you do in the future. And this is just to encourage everyone. Scholarships, there are so many scholarships out there, and sometimes people just don't know about it. So number one, find out. If you don't know, our financial aid folks can really help guide you. As Eduardo said, PTK also has a lot of amazing scholarship opportunities. So please don't feel that you can't move forward with your career or with your studies because there's a lack of resources, because there's a lot of things out there. And also, props to you for not being able to come to college right after high school, but having the strength and the focus to be able to come back, and the courage, because sometimes it takes a little bit of courage to do that. So congratulations on all fronts, and thank you everybody for joining us. And if you want to check out more of our episodes, look us up, Campus Conversations, on YouTube. Have a great one.